Hello, Marcus Lim here with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Last Ronin 2 Re-Evolution. Okay, so this is the follow-up to The Last Ronin, right here, right? The Last Ronin, which is a critically acclaimed story of, well, The Last Ronin, Michelangelo, to avenge his dead brothers. Okay, so who is the Last Ronin, right? That was Michelangelo's story. And then there was also actually let me flip through the end of this, because this is where it really gets set up for the next generation of turtles. We saw a little glimpse of that in the Lost Years, okay, of the the next generation of turtles. But here is 10 years later, or more than 10 years later, where the four new turtles, right, they finally come into their own. So this collects the 5 issues of The Last Ronin 2. Alright, it doesn't say here though, like which what it collects, but yeah, it does collect the 5 issues. And this is set more than a decade, right? More than 10 years after The Last Ronin defeated the Foot Clan. Okay, so there's like new enemies. Right, new turtles, new enemies, new setting. Actually, not necessarily new setting. It's still New York City, but definitely new bad guys. So let me show you the issues, the 5 issues. So this is 1, and then you got 2, and then 3, and then 4, and 5. You notice that these single issues, they are all oversized, right? So it's actually the same size as the hardcover they've got. And this first issue here, right, the cover is used as the cover of the hardcover collection. Alright, so let's take a look inside the book. So Last Ronin 2 Re-Evolution. Okay, Ronin 2, and yeah, it's cool to have Kevin Eastman as for the story. He also does a little bit of the artwork as well, but it's always cool to have his input, right? Especially given that the turtles were co-created by him, right, along with Peter Laird. So here goes. So introduction is there's a 1-page introduction by Stan Sakai, right, famous for Usagi Yojimbo. Okay, but yeah, we get right into it. Because Cassie Marie Jones, right, the daughter of April O'Neil and Casey Jones, okay, and she leads the resistance group. Now there is a quick recap of everything, right? Everything since the original era with Shredder and Splinter and the original Turtles, right? Up to what happened in events of Last Ronin, and up to present day with these 4 new Turtles. That's that's April O'Neil, now old, right? Known as Grandma April. But really, this book is about these 4 new turtles coming into their own, right? Re-evolution. Yeah, here goes. The 4 turtles. Yeah, it does have the same sort of vibe, I suppose, as the original Ninja Turtles. Okay. And they are quite I guess the way they look is also quite distinctive, so it's quite easy to tell them apart, like who's who. There's also what's this? Honey something. Professor Honeycutt, Professor Honeycutt. Yeah, let me see if there's a. Yeah, there's also, you know, new characters like this guy here, who seems to be like pulling the strings. Carterton is his name, I think. Carterton. Yeah. And then there's also like a love interest, Jiro, like a NYPD liaison, who's love interest for Casey Jones. But yeah, like these 4 turtles, I find that they are quite easy to tell apart, as I mentioned, right? That's Uno there. I think that's Odyn, right? The big one. And then there's Moja and Yi. Okay, Yi is the actually, I think, yeah, Yi is the female turtle. So that's also kind of a nice little touch there, right? Difference between these new generation of turtles and the original 4, right? The original 4, they were all like male turtles, whereas this one, yeah, you have one female turtle. And the other thing is that you can see here, right? Like, seems like with that, for instance, like seems like some of these turtles, they actually have some special abilities or powers as well that they are still discovering as they go along, right? So it's kind of cool. We get to discover the powers along with them. That character there, Amanda Connor, right, news reporter, sort of probably is, you know, who April O'Neil used to be, right? It's a modern version, I suppose, of the April O'Neil character. Now, we do get a lot of like gang warfare happening, you know, leading to like escalation of violence due to the gangs. And then as we approach the final issue, yeah, it all breaks out into all out war, right? There are quite a few twists and turns, I have to say. So yeah, spoiler alert as we head into the last issue right here, because we do see, you know, who is really pulling the strings behind everything. Yeah. And yeah, it's kind of a surprise, right? Yeah, who is this guy? Yeah. But yeah, you see in terms of the artwork, right? I just mentioned the artwork. It's really well done, right? You can see just that grittiness, violence, blood, right? That the original Mutant Justice graphic novel books were known for, right? So that kind of recaptures that quite nicely, the feel of it. But yeah, there is a tragic moment there where we see, I'm assuming that she dies, April O'Neil, right? It's sort of symbolic in a way, because it's like passing, she is sort of like the last link to the old generation, so I guess it's about passing the baton to the new generation from now on. But at the end, yeah, we find out spoiler, who's behind it. And we find that perhaps the Foot Clan is not quite dead as we thought it would be, right? So it's not so much an ending, but a setup for a next chapter, right? So this is definitely not the end. I'm pretty sure we'll get a Last Ronin like 3. Okay, here's what is this says here. Alright, yeah, this I'm pretty sure I just some of the covers, I guess. Yeah, covers. I mean, we already saw this one. Yeah, yeah, that's the issue 1 cover. And let me see, like for instance, this one I showed you before. That's issue number 2. Okay, so yeah, it's got all the issue covers like 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and then maybe these are then all the other variant covers with different styles. Okay, pretty cool. Different artists. Okay. Yeah, alright, there you go. Return to the gritty future of the Last Ronin. Yes. I guess, yeah, this is a nice review there. Bold new future for the TMNT universe, right? Screen Rant. Yeah, and I think that sums it up pretty well. So this is about the next generation of turtles. For I suppose a new generation of readers, right? I mean, obviously, those of us who grew up with the original Ninja Turtles, right? It's sad to see them go, but you know, the time has come for a new generation. And so, yeah, if you've enjoyed like the Last Ronin, right? This is a logical next step forward, right? In that vein. The Last Ronin 2 Re-Evolution. So hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in another video.